Welcome to 2-Minute Analysis. I'm Daniel Snyder from Seeking Alpha. In this series, we dive into the stocks that you request. Our goal is to not only entertain, but provide value and insights about the investments you care about. So let's throw 2 minutes on the clock and dive in. Today, we're diving into Nike Incorporated, ticker symbol NKE. Let's kick things off here with looking at the Seeking Alpha quant system, which currently has a hold rating on the stock, and we're going to dive into those factor grades here in just a moment. Jumping over to the Seeking Alpha analysts, 14 analysts in the last 30 days give this a hold rating in aggregate. And then lastly, Wall Street sell-side analysts, that's 39 of those in the last 90 days in aggregate, giving Nike a buy rating on this stock. To learn more about how the Seeking Alpha quant system and Seeking Alpha analysts outperform the market, visit the link in the description of this video. So let's dive deeper. This is a $102 billion market capitalization company found within the consumer discretionary sector. Kicking things off here with the valuation grade, which is currently a D- grade. Well, that's due to things such as the price to book, which is at 8.13 compared to the sector at 2.83, showing a little bit of costly side of the stock. However, if we look at the enterprise value to sales, you're looking at 2.27 compared to 1.35 for the sector, showing that this is a lesser degree of overpricing here currently for Nike. Jumping over to the growth grade, which is currently C-, well, that's due to the year-over-year growth grade being almost down negative 10%. And also the EPS forward-looking growth is looking to drop by 12.82%, something that all investors should keep an eye on. Jumping over to the profitability grade, which is currently A, and that's due to something like the net income margin, which is up 6.95% compared to the sector at 4.38% there. And also the return on total assets is standing at 8.8% compared to the sector at 3.84%, showing nice asset utilization by management. Jumping over to the momentum grade, which is currently C, that is due to the one-year price performance of being down negative 22.5%. However, in the last 3 months, Nike stock is up 10.83%, showing some of that positive investor activity more recently. Jumping over to the revisions grade, that is currently a C-, and that's due to earnings per share having 9 up revisions and 20 down revisions in the last 3 months. And the revenue has had 28 up revisions and 5 down revisions in the last 3 months there. Now, Nike pays just a little dividend here of 2.31%. If we jump over to the dividend grades, you'll see the dividend safety grade is currently D-, dividend growth is C, dividend yield is D, and dividend consistency is showing an A+ here. Now, one thing I want to highlight is if you go to the dividend grades card, which can be found on any symbol page on Seeking Alpha, and click this link down here at the bottom, it'll take you to this page where it showcases the work we've done with S&P Global on the back testing of our dividend grades. And one thing to highlight here is 93% of all stocks that cut their dividend had a dividend safety grade of C+ or lower. So something you want to keep in mind when you see a dividend safety grade such as this, D- here for Nike stock, something that all investors should keep in mind if they're looking for some yield. Now, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you have a ticker you want us to cover, add it to the comment section below, and don't forget to follow Seeking Alpha so you get notified when the next 2-minute analysis gets published.
We are not advising you personally concerning the nature, potential, value, or suitability of any particular security. You alone are solely responsible for determining whether any investment, security, or strategy, or any product or service is appropriate or suitable for you based on your investment objectives and personal and financial situation. This presentation is for informational purposes only. Content is presented as of the date published or indicated and may be superseded by future events. It represents my opinions, which may not reflect the views of Seeking Alpha as a whole. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Seeking Alpha is not a licensed securities dealer, broker, or U.S. investment advisor or investment bank.